I'm sitting on Mount Zion outside of what believed to be King David's tomb. But it's a great connection. King David and Jesus are really connected. They both were born not far away from Jerusalem in a city called Beit Lechem or Bethlehem. This is a very important understanding. This is where King David is buried. And in the same building, one layer above, is where the room of the Last Supper is located.
Now on the first day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the disciples came to Jesus, saying unto him, Where wilt thou that we prepare for thee to eat the Passover? And he said, Go into the city to such a man, and say unto him, The Master saith, My time is at hand. I will keep the Passover at thy house with my disciples.
So Jesus arriving here after he and his disciples sacrificing in the temple, coming here and making what it is the tradition that they came to make when they are making their way to Jerusalem from the Galilee. Look at this room, and it's just a classic Middle East. We're sitting in a Crusaders building, that's the top. We have Roman pillars. We have the later time, the Muslim periods of the Maghrib in the same room, holiest place turned into a mosque, and that's the pray direction of Mecca. So this is a classic Middle East. So probably the table was full of lamb and doves and olives and local rice type and lentils and dates.
I want to show you something that many people actually really miss when they go through this room. This is a beautiful art from the 12th century, from the medieval times. And what you see is like actually 3 birds. It's a mother bird and 2 little chicks. More specifically, we're talking about pelicans. In the medieval times, in Christianity, the pelican was actually a symbol of Jesus, because when Christians at ancient times saw the mother pelican feeding the chicks from the beak, they thought that actually the chicks are eating from the flesh of the mother pelican.
And at a certain point, Jesus is walking out of the room, down to the valley, to a personal conversation with God, with his Father, to understand that he is going to be the next sacrifice.
We just arrived to Gethsemane. Gethsemane, or in Hebrew, Gachmanim. Gachmanim is the place where people used to make olive oil.
Olive oil was used in the temple for the most important artifact in the temple, and that's the menorah. The 6 lights that was lit in the Holy of Holiest, as well for anointing kings and for different ceremonies.
And just behind me you can see an amazing orchard of olive trees. Some of them are actually dated to the time of Jesus or even before. The reason that this place is also called the Church of Agony is because at the same night, the same last night before Jesus was crucified, Jesus left the room, the Last Supper, and he went to the orchard nearby. And in this garden, he was crying for his own destination, for what's going to happen to Jesus himself. And that's a very important moment, because Jesus is exposing his human side, and he's showing that he has human emotions. Here, according to the story, Judas, one of the 12 disciples, came in with the Romans, and when they arrived, Judas approached Jesus and kissed him.
On the cheeks. This way the soldiers know who is Jesus. They capturing him and taking him to prison to prepare for his trial that he will have the next day.